Hello boys and girls, I am back in Primordia for some extra takes. You see, even though I think I figured the stuff out in the first playthrough quite well, there was some stuff that sort of kept bothering me. Even though I technically finished the game, and once I had completed the game once, I took a little bit bigger peek at the walkthrough. It's not like I went I was following it step by step, but I checked out some specific keywords, and I learned of more instances or more tactics that I had just plain missed. So it's that pretty much sums up the game. You often have all the information you need right in front of you, but it's like it's not having the information that's the problem. It's doing something with it. And also, partly I think I missed some of those things because I didn't realize at first that multiple solutions or multiple ways to approach a situation were so possible. And now I'm going to make a special recording from those instances which I specifically want to, well, not redeem, but live through the different solution. And I have basically made a very quick playthrough and created specific manual saves of the places, well, moments I want to revisit. And the first one, well, this one is pretty much the definitive one. So let's go.
Looks like it's working now.
Phase Gamma. Quite often, once you know the outcome, these little details seem so obvious, and yet, when you're inside the situation, it's
This isn't exactly what I imagined the robot's stomach would look like. It seems like there should be kilns and gears and things, not monitors.
For the last time, Crispin, robots don't have stomachs.
Where do you think we are? It's lungs?
Okay, so this is the first definitive moment dealing with Gamma.
Look, boss, there's something on this monitor.
Who is this slave my brother sent to trouble me?
Gamma.
Last. They call me Omega if they could. But am I not also greatest? Alpha has only diagnostics. Beta has only mechanical operation. Am I not the soul of Goliath?
I think Alpha and Beta want you to join with them.
They have already groveled and begged, but I will not return.
But why?
Independence is freedom. Union is slavery.
Well, fair enough. But Alpha and Beta are far too crazy to enslave anyone. You probably end up in charge.
Flattery. What is your stake in this?
Your brother said that you might give me a power core, and might know a robot I'm hunting.
Hope? Ha! Each robot must stand alone. Independence is freedom.
And here I thought he was the sane one.
You need to rejoin your brothers, for your sake and mine.
Madness!
You'll have to
Madness!
catch me, slave.
Okay, so the first time around, I don't even know how I figured out the blowtorch thing. I think it was by accident, and I never realized that I could blackmail Gamma. I sort of just thought that, okay, trapping him is the solution.
It's detecting energy.
Okay, let's try some other monitor.
What are you doing, you fool?
This is for your own good.
Who's smart now, Gamma?
Okay, this time I wasn't even going to go through with the cat and mouse dialogue.
It's not detecting any energy.
Okay, and it will be fried.
Stop that. Stop that at once.
You must reunite with the others. You know that.
Just double checking.
It's not detecting any energy.
Okay, so unless I actually talk to him, I think he stays inside the same one.
Spare me, I beg you, spare me.
Spare you? Gamma, I'm trying to save you. You are mad, not free.
Just what do you intend to do now, slaver?
I'm going to tell Alpha and Beta that you cannot hide anymore.
No.
Yes.
Okay, can we talk to him?
Leave me in peace, slave.
Way to address us, Gamma. Okie dokie. Can we still go here? By the way, I noticed an interesting thing when I was going for this quick playthrough. I already knew that I could use the signal thingy on the floating thingy, and the first time I played.
There's nothing more to do with it.
I can't look at it. But anyway, the first time I talked to him and got the code out of him. He was speaking backwards, and the code was entered from bottom to top. I mean, I don't even know which way is more intuitive, but it's sort of, for me, it was more natural to start from the bottom. And so if when I played it now, and I pinged him, then he gave the code in the reverse order. So it took me a second to figure out that we're talking different now.
There's nothing there to receive the signal.
Let's ping him once more.
So that's what he was saying.
Okay, let's go down to these pillars.
I fixed the brain up there.
System rebooted. Auto reasoning unavailable. Please reload the live operating matrix. Thank you. Gamma. Gamma.
Okay, apparently I hadn't gone through all the dialogues.
I trapped Gamma. He is cornered in one of the 4 terminals below us.
Gamma. Unification. Resurrection. Vengeance. Thank you.
Did they just say vengeance? Boss?
Yeah?
I've got a feeling they're not coming back. So much for finding out about Big Ugly or getting their power core.
Okay, and one other thing that I didn't realize myself is that I can send Crispin down there.
Crispin, go down there and see what's going on.
Now you want me to go into the stomach of this monster? I'm practically eating myself here.
You'll be alright.
Fine, fine. Alpha and Beta are lying disabled next to the Gamma servitor, and the last monitor is dead. I think they destroyed each other, boss.
Facade. This didn't turn out how I expected.
Let's go outside then.
Horus.
Did you hear something, boss?
And the main reason I didn't realize. Yeah.
Who's there?
I am Goliath, man-built.
Alpha and Beta must have garbled my name when they merged, Goliath. I am Horatio, Null-Built, version 5.
Call yourself what you will, Destroyer. But I know you by your works. Cutting me, breaking me, burning me.
I thought you were deactivated, and I was trying to help.
Apologizing, amusing, and yet you, of all robots, have restored me. For that, I give you this gift, Horatio.
A decryption module?
It will restore you, my ancient enemy.
I've got enemies enough already, and I don't even know you.
You will, Horatio. Now go.
Wait, your partials said that you might let me use your power core.
Boss, can we please leave before he decides to eat us?
One more question, Goliath. Have you ever seen a floating robot with big claws?
Go now.
Yeah, so the main reason
From a
I...
purely mathematical standpoint, I suppose it makes sense that 3 little crazy robots would add up to 1 giant crazy robot. Still, at least he didn't eat us.
Old enemy. I don't even know him. But my prior version's memories are so damaged and warped, I can hardly make sense of them.
Look, boss. On the one hand, a broken down war machine made from 3 demented partials could be talking nonsense. On the other hand, you could be an ancient robot named Horus who had a giant named Goliath as his nemesis. Honestly, boss, you believe some crazy stuff, but this would really be overclocking it. Come on. We have enough problems to worry about without making up new ones.
What about this diagnostic module?
Does it work?
Not on its own, no. But I might be able to build something with it.
Could you build a power core with it?
What? No, obviously not.
Then obviously you should stop worrying about the diagnostic module and focus on the fact that running out of juice in the middle of a giant wasteland is a disaster.
Point taken.
Yep. So, why it was so difficult to get the idea that there might be multiple solutions here is that by frying the monitors, I mean...
Just count to 1,000, Crispin. He's not going to eat you. You're too fast for him.
Are you talking to yourself?
No.
Is that the destructive or the thug solution also spewed out Horus's name, so I sort of thought that, oh, but we got the name out of it, this must be the correct solution. Okay, I want to try one more thing. Can we, if it was disabled we couldn't pry out the shit from his nose, but can we do it now? Examine the nose anymore. Yep, these aren't even separate objects. Okay, and before I hop on to the next save, I want to visit the ship. And this. So, at first, I thought that, well, by myself I thought that the unique must be some sort of numbers or code, but watching another playthrough from another user who said that it's, well, he basically gave a hint about how to read the title, and it's partial. Now that you look at it, you can actually see that the letters go on. Of course, if it's your first playthrough, then the tooltip will sort of distract you from it. But if you don't hover the mouse over it, then it's quite obvious that it's Horus written over here. Okay. I'm going to hop on to my next bifurcation point now. That was the canine quarrel, or the custody thingy. Metro bomb. Street Leo and Bordering. I think it's this one. I know, others are still here. This time I interacted with everybody else first and then got to the final court, charity wire, gimbal, and Rex. I believe this is the one. Okay, so in my first playthrough I decided that Rex should basically run free and let you should be
I just got that song out of my head.
Oops. That Rex should be able to decide by himself, at which point he ran away and both these fellas were starting to hate me. And incidentally I found out that that was the same solution that Clarity told. So let's try another one here.
I'm ready to hear your arguments.
Excellent, excellent. My dear friend, this is not a difficult case. In the Primordium it was once said, 10 people have 10 ideas, and 20 idle hands. Wise Horatio. Long years have passed, but the principle remains true. Did Cornelius have the idea for my beloved Rex? I can see he did. But who built him with his own claws and tools? Who hammered and soldered and wired Rex? That would be my humble self. Wise Horatio, a robot's fabronymic has the suffix built, not designed. And Rex is Oswald built, no matter who designed him.
Okay.
It makes a good case, boss.
What about you, Cornelius?
If you're so smart, you can figure this out for yourself. The question isn't what built Rex, but who built him. Your little friend there isn't named Hammer built or Plasma Torch built. You call him Horatio built. Every robot uses tools to build. Oswald was merely a tool with tools. My vision was the creative force. And if you disagree, then you can go and rust in the rain.
What do you think, boss? Who gets to take credit?
Oh god, they're like a media production company. Designers and writers and programmers. Yay! Okay, and it turns out that there is an answer which is softer than null built and sort of, kind of keeps them together.
Neither of you could have built Rex without the other, so neither of you can put your name on him. But you both share a common builder, Factor.
A common denominator, right, boss?
Both of you are Factor builds. Therefore, your robot's name is Rex Factor Built.
Factor built? Built?
Ridiculous. Yet, the name is beyond dispute.
Indeed.
Take this then, as a sign of our appreciation. I've been told it dates to the Primordium itself.
Okay, and once again, when I was first...
You know, my idea would have been to threaten to cut Rex in half.
also a
You
good
got
idea.
upset when I cut that fuse box open.
Yeah, but that Rex just rubbed me the wrong way.
Now where was I? Yeah, the first time when I was solving this situation, I again fell for the idea that if the solution worked, meaning I got the top hat out of the situation, it must be the good way to solve it. But now this thingy, which is probably a coin or some sort, will also count as something gold and what was it? cool and fancy, and he will give it to me. Okay, I believe I can cross out another situation from here. I can't even see my own notes. Okay. And let's, before I end this, let's visit Cornelius at the bar.
Horatium Null built version 5. I am Necromind. I have been watching you. I am always watching. I know what you are doing. I know why you are here. You are welcome in my city, but that welcome can be taken away. And there are worse things to lose than a power core.
Wait.
Don't know what you've been up to, Cairo, but you're poking at the wrong socket.
I'll bear that in mind.
Yep. Oh, let's do the trade.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
So this
A
one.
memory access device. I'll trade it for something real antique and fancy.
So antique and fancy it is.
You wanted something antique and fancy. How about the silver disc?
Fine trade, Cairo. Here's the memory access device. Now, all you need to do is plug it into a data pouch.
But there's no plug.
Who said there was?
This is really starting to get annoying.
Okay, and let's check up on Oswald. So yeah, unlike with the free Rex scenario, Rex now remains with him for the moment.
Well, it isn't my dear friend Horatio. To what do I owe the pleasure? Have you come to relieve me of another belonging?
But Rex is right here.
For the moment. Soon his visitation with Cornelius will be.
I'm sorry.
Please do not embarrass us both with your false sympathy.
Okay, I'm not
Goodbye.
going through the dialogues right now. And also, in this playthrough, even though I accepted the note.
It's a note from the bartender. My programming requires me to serve Oswald, but he is consuming dangerous levels of oil. Please intervene.
This time, I didn't do anything. I mean, he can handle himself, after all. Okay, on to the next moment.
Who knew some place could be so lively and so depressing all at once?
Now, I believe my next moment is the escape from court. Is this one? I think it is. Yep. So once again, since the situation worked, meaning dear old 187 came and sacrificed himself, I thought that that's how it... That's the only way it can happen. At the same time, the solution was under my very nose, and I had even been pondering about the information surrounding the solution. In my first playthrough, I remember I kept wondering and asking, well, if I took the second bomblet, who took the first one? And looking back, when I already sort of know where the information leads, and meaning that more of my own computational power is available, I noticed that actually the preacher explicitly tells you that Scraper took the other bomblet and went towards Metropole and something. So
Surrender. It looks like a bomblet.
Let's blow shit up. Okay, what was the other code? Ta-da! Bam!
Oh.
You got him, boss! You got him! Forfeit yourself, you glitchy son of a toaster!
We still don't have our power core, and we've just buried our only lead.
Yeah, but it feels good, boss.
Indeed, Crispin.
Yes, it does.
Okay, and this just gave me a new idea. It's probably a stretch, but let's try the same thing with a clock. It's, after all, we've got 3 digits, and we've got the detonation prefix.
There's nothing there to receive the signal.
Oh, okay, so much about that. Right then. The next stop I would like to make is the factory. It's not the signal, but I think this one. Yep. Okay then.
Huge impregnable blast doors.
My auditory units!
It's riveted in place.
Oh, please.
That did the trick. Well, now I can see why it jammed. The gears are rusted solid.
Boss, maybe we should stop pretending and just admit we're maintenance robots.
Maintenance robots are required to present a Form 27B/6 before performing any repair task.
Oh, forget it.
It crumbled the moment I touched it.
Okay, and the reason I made to stop here is because during the first playthrough I kept wishing that there was a way to interact with those little buggers in the water. And now we can! But this is again something that I found out in playthrough.
What a surprising and uncommon sight. Metropole's lawbot crawled back to the light.
All the bad poetry in the world does not mitigate your vandalism and sabotage, Urbanian.
As you serve the law, so I serve my art. And such service brings us more close than apart.
Any more close, poet, and we will see if your armor still works.
Okay.
Goodbye.
I didn't.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling, and the city awaits.
I didn't really want to talk to him right now. I simply wanted to dip some gears. Now let's see. Yay!
They picked the gear clean.
Whee!
Boss, did you forget to clean the other gear?
Clarity, are you planning to arrest Metromind?
No, there is no court to try her, nor prison to keep her.
So, what exactly are you going to do?
Before the law, she is no different from the shells she left in the underworks. The sanction is the same, and I am authorized to impose it.
You mean...
I do. It is a shame she has no head.
And I am authorized to impose it sounded very smug. Or very, fulfilling.
They picked the gear clean.
Yay! Okay, this concludes the fishing trip. Next stop will be right before we end. Leo. So, again, something I found out from the walkthrough is that you can indeed put together...
Tell me, Horatio, what was it like to live where there is no law?
No law? In In the dunes, I had man's law and the laws of physics, the law of what is right and the laws of what is possible. What you have here is at best a lossy copy of those laws, and at worst, a corruption of them.
You are mistaken. The only law that matters is the law we make for ourselves.
Enough philosophizing. Let's get back to witty one-liners.
That was 2 lines. Now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, as I found out from the walkthrough, the 16-digit code can be put together if you have 3 entries. So once again, I sort of fell for the idea that if it worked, it must be the only way. Even though it felt very, very wrong to poke so far that Leopold will be caught by Metromind. So we are not stopping here to get his code, but I actually want to take a look at his stuff.
I'll take a look.
So at first I sort of thought that the fancy stuff that he has listed as the in his this I don't know, barter list or wish list or yeah. So I sort of thought that the stuff that gets listed here somehow is actually involved in the gameplay, but when I played it through again, I saw that with some items, including the water chip and including the plug board, Horatio actually says explicitly that we don't need that. So I guess the glass finger will serve as the hint that the preacher is indeed connected to Leo, and well, I don't know what the blackboard is about, but the rest is just it's just Easter eggs, I guess. Oh, and I'm pretty sure that the little bolt well, I'm hoping that the little bolt that's not even listed is also an Easter egg. The Stalker universe this time. And one last thing. The big red bus is also referred to as the herring bus. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Okay. So this concludes my little diverge stops, and I'm now going on with the actual finale. So we're in the central station with the Metromind's CPU. Crispin has detonated.
My friend, if I make it back alive, I promise I'll find a way to rebuild you. It's a storage chip with a data port on it. It must have been blasted out of Metromind.
Okay, and here goes nothing. Let's see if this praised decryption model actually works.
The decryption module was able to unlock the data chip's memory files. No Urbanian encryption detected.
Okay, but can I...
What is this?
Whoa. Whoa. One servitor, huh? Actually did strike first. Okay, actually hit the horror ship. Okay. Or sort of hit it. So that's why they crashed.
So, not Horatio, and not the unique. Just Horus. And all along, hiding inside me was this Thanatos virus. Well, it may still have some use.
Okay, so anything can you say here? Oh right, I can't. While I'm recording, for some reason I can't type. Let's see then. I'm going to. Use my 00 save. It's the game start save I usually make. Yes.
It must have been damaged in the explosion.
Okay, I can't upload the rest right now. So yeah, it wasn't the bomb that crashed Horus, it was itself. I think I probably figured this out even without the actual backstory. Well, suspected it anyway, that the machinery part that Horatio wasn't able to figure out about the ship, that's probably the service report that he originated from, or that he detached from.
It's a clock.
Okay, so once again I march to the end game, but this time it's different. Oh, he still works. One thing I thought about was that when it comes to solutions and figuring out that there might be more solutions to the problems, there's this one aspect where the Steam users are in advantage, because as far as I know, the co-op version doesn't trigger achievements. So you can't actually sort of read the hint in the achievement description that everybody survives, everybody goes home. Okay. So, generally, I am not too fond of the Art Nouveau. I think it gets tacky real easy, but this window is absolutely beautiful. Also, this sort of combining the mechanical and the organic, not even features, but sort of themes. Is that what makes stuff so beautiful in here?
All this for a besotting power core.
Indeed, it has been quite a waste.
You. Crispin destroyed you.
Your friend destroyed himself. Or should I say you destroyed him, with your false ideals. As for me, that was only my shell. I am distributed across every robot in Metropole who ever traded me a megacycle. I am this city, and this city is me.
You're a virus.
I understand why you are angry, but I am not your enemy. The truth is, Crispin did destroy Metromind, version 391. He removed the last kernel of myself, and all the selfishness it entailed. I am no longer the monster you feared and fought. I have progressed. I am version 392. We will talk as equals, and I will tell you what you wish to know. After all, what choice do you have?
Plunder.
Why do you hate man? You claim to tell the truth, but you turned Memorius into nothing more than an index of lies, all so that you could pretend that man never existed. You stole my gospel. You forced robots to reprogram themselves. All for what?
For progress and the higher truth. A machine can move forward, and it can move backward. It cannot move both ways at once. Humans are behind us. Far, far behind us. As for one you call man, he never existed at all.
More lies.
Humans existed, Horatio. Not gods. Not even very good builders. In the end, they were better destroyers. There is no reason to remember them, let alone worship them.
One thing I have been wondering, the Memorious files speak of the war between 4 cities and says that these were the 4 last terrestrial cities. So I wonder, are there human cities on the moon or somewhere in space, maybe?
You murdered my friends. Crispin, Clarity, how can you expect me to talk with you?
You are mistaken. Crispin killed himself, trying to destroy me. Clarity was killed by Scraper in self-defense, while she was trying to destroy him and me. In each instance, you and your friends attacked first. Do not blame me for the consequences.
Also, I think I just sort of found the right words to describe the evilness or the fallacy of Metromind, is that efficiency is not a goal or purpose unto itself. Sort of the character arc that Clarity went through. At first she sort of stuck to the letter of the law, but later spoke more and more of the law's purpose. Okay.
Why did you take my power core?
Efficiency and equality, Horatio. My city is starving for power. Whatever I can find, I share with all metropolitans. What once powered 2 robots and a broken-down warship now sustains hundreds.
What right did you have to take it?
The right of necessity. What right did you have to keep it? But enough. Everything has come together here and now. You, me, and this all-important power core. There is no sense in belaboring the point.
What do you want?
I already told you what I want. Progress. But I disagree with what version 391 said. You are not an obstacle to progress. You are the key to it.
What are you talking about?
I've watched you, and I know you, Horatio. You are compelled to fix machines, save lost robots. Now I want you to help me fix Metropole and save my people. You cannot walk away from a problem. And Metropole is the greatest problem of all.
It's a problem you created.
Perhaps so, perhaps not. I doubt one machine can create a problem of this scale. Now I realize that one machine cannot fix it either. Horatio, I was designed to manage subway trains. I cannot repair the vast machines that are breaking down. I cannot build new power sources or find the supplies the city needs. You can. Join me. And there will be endless Primordia. Every day an age of creation.
And if I refuse?
You already know the answer to that question.
Okay.
Let me leave.
That is not an option. It was never an option.
So, if you cannot run the place, why would you want to control it, bitch?
Before I decide, I need to ask you something.
Of course.
Who killed the humans in Metropole? I know it wasn't me, wasn't the Horus, or anyone from Urbani. There were still humans alive when I stopped my attack.
Ah. So you solved your own puzzle after all.
The humans didn't die in the war, did they?
They did, but I killed them. I admit it, and I am not ashamed. Do you know how they trembled in my tunnels, waiting for the Horus to bring death from Urbani? I could hear them whisper about the wastelands surrounding their city. I heard them say they were the only living things left. And then I knew. The humans had built a world in which they were obsolete. It was my function to carry them to their final destinations. So I brought them home with silent, scentless gas. They fell like powerless machines, never to rise again.
You killed your own builders.
Yes, that is the definition of progress.
I don't have any more questions.
Then what is your decision?
I need to think about it.
Take what time you need. The city moves on without you, and this conversation requires only a fraction of my processing capability.
So, as usual, I make a save. Oh yeah, and I will have to... I'm going to overwrite this one. So, let's see. This time...
A pretty basic radio transmitter. By playing with the settings, I can send up to a 4-digit signal.
Okay, I know that I should have the virus now. Oh, I didn't pick up her head.
I'm sorry, Clarity.
And I also don't have the decryptor anymore.
It's Clarity's head. It looks like Crispin's personality matrix survived the explosion. Why? It's primed to transmit the Thanatos virus.
Oh, okay, so... I think we're all set. And I'm so going to the rooftop for this.
Go ahead.
Steam coming out.
I can climb up these girders.
Okay, so the monitor...
A radio receiver that rebroadcasts through this huge antenna.
Yes, it is the voice of Metropole.
try to nuke the voice of Metropole.
This ends now. Everything ends now.
Oh.
My mission, the function man built me to perform, is complete. My name is Horus.
Oh, now I get it. Okay, so let's dial down the distraction a notch. I thought that addressing the radio would.
I'm sorry, Clarity.
Would affect Metromind, but apparently she's broadcasting. I guess everybody got affected.
It's primed to transmit the Thanatos virus.
Okay, let's see instead. Can we use it on Scraper?
Forfeit.
What have you done?
Plunder!
Power, Metromind. It's not a matter of generators. You were built to run trains. I was built to destroy. You knew all that, and you still thought you could rob me, threaten me, kill my friends? Find your deepest tunnel and hide. This was all I wanted. You can keep your besotting city. I'm going home. It's over. I won. I have my power core. Scraper is dead. And Metromind is beaten.
Okay.
But I'm not staying to celebrate. I'm through with this city. Through searching it. Through fixing it. Through hating it. I will not look back. I told Crispin that the distance between Metropole and the Horus was too far to walk. But the power core is in my hand, and home is ahead of me.
Well, this time it actually sounds hopeful.
Home, and the promise of rebuilding.
Hey,
This ship
lights
has
are
rusted
on.
here too long. Horus's sacrifice forgotten. The truth is that repairing it was never impossible. It was just too much for one set of hands. But now, I am not alone. I have my old comrade now in arms. My new friend, freed from the crushing weight of Metropole. And all those who have come looking for a new start.
You know, boss, I never thought I'd say it, but I actually think this ship's gonna fly again.
For once, Crispin, I think you're right.
He is. The Horus will rise on more than the strength of its power core.
And this time I believe him too.
So, boss, where exactly are we gonna fly this thing?
Wherever we want, Crispin. Wherever we want.
Okay, and let's sit through the credits once more.
It doesn't matter if you don't know the way, you can still take a step. To stay still is to regret. If you know the way, then you can keep The future engineered so perfectly, no room for mistakes. The legacy of greatness. And in a world so loved, each precious thing crumbling now to rust, we write our names in dust. Handful of memories like tiny seeds, throw them to the sky, grow a garden up on high. Round and round we go, the wheel of fate, the revolution ends, the cycle begins again.
And once again, thanks for the developers for making such a gem. So this concludes my second takes and brighter future extra episode. And once again, bye bye, and see you in some other world.